This is Ken Grassi.
And this is Chris Nye.
I've known Ken Grassi for numerous years as a small business owner here in University Place. Ken's been always available to hear our concerns as a small business owner, and just recently, the opportunity in the last year to work with Ken on City Council.
I've had the privilege of serving in University Place now for 17 and a half years, and we've seen a lot of change and a lot of growth, and hopefully you'll agree a lot of positive changes for this community. I've especially had the privilege of working with Chris on the City Council this past year, and I very much appreciate his out-of-the-box thinking, not being afraid to challenge the status quo, and always wanting to ensure that each decision we make is for the betterment of this community. You know, that's probably the most amazing part of this whole process, is that Chris announced his candidacy back in January, and it was a very tough decision, because when you consider someone a friend and a colleague to jump in the race, it was very difficult. But I've been thinking about it for a couple of years, and so decided to go ahead and enter the race. But from the onset, Chris was a true friend and gentleman about it. There was never disagreement or argument, never interfered with our business with the City of University Place, and we kept it friendly and fun the entire time.
And small business owners and people of University Place and Pierce County, we need problem solvers now, and Ken is that problem solver.
I think one of the most unusual things since the election is Chris's willingness, literally from day one, to do an endorsement. It's very unusual today if you look at many of the other elections, whether it's statewide or locally here in the city or the county. Most times they don't end on a good note. And so for someone to step forward and say, hey, I want to help, I want to be a part of it, it's huge, and it speaks volumes of the character of Chris Nye.
Yeah, I appreciate that, but I think we're in tough times now. It's not about us, it's about small businesses, it's about the entrepreneurs, it's about the citizens of Pierce County and University Place. And we need somebody in there like Ken that's going to look out for the interests of the small business owners, and Ken Grassi is that person.
Chris originally served with our Economic Development Board before coming on to City Council, and one of the hallmark achievements of that was working with the community, partnering and putting a group together to solve the issue that we had with impact fees in the city, which is very important to economic development, very near and dear to the developers that come here. And again, it goes back to Chris's out-of-the-box thinking to make a win-win, and the proposal that came forward was just that, and we've made huge improvements in that in the impact fee structure, and it starts with the committee that Chris served on.
And working with Ken on these committees, and Ken gets it and understands how important it is for the impact fees for developers and builders to bring in the businesses into our community. Ken gets that, he understands how important it is, and that's why we support Ken to help us in the community. I'm Chris Nye, as a small business owner. I support and I'm voting for Ken Grassi for the Pierce County position, Pierce County Council position 4.
Thanks, Chris. It means the world to me.
Thank you.
I'm Ken Grassi, and I'm running for position 4 on the Pierce County Council.